You take it a strap. I'm strapped up.
What's happening? What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 209 of the SZN podcast. I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And you know the drill by now, guys. Please head over to our Instagram page, which is SZN podcast, or our Twitter page, which is SZN pod. Link in the bio on both of those pages, and that will take you to where we're situated at streaming-wise. So if you prefer the audio thing, we've got the Spotify and Apple Podcasts and so on links there. And then the visuals, YouTube link is also there as well. We tend to upload our visuals a couple of days after the pod airs, which is every Tuesday. So make sure you do that for us, guys. Much appreciated. Flowz, here we are, another week. As usual, bro, how are you doing? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, man, I'm really good, thanks. Tired, but here we are. We have one or two fights to discuss, really. Wasn't a major week when it comes to fights, but still, we took some interest in a couple fights, Flowz. I think it's only right we start at home, Queensberry card, over at York Hall. And we can, I think, dive straight into the main event, Flowz. Obviously, we spoke about Denzel Bentley and Derek Osaze. It being a, big British fight, I guess. Both at middleweight, aren't they, Flowz? Yeah,
middle.
Both at middleweight. Denzel kind of rebuilding, I guess. He come off an impressive knockout win against Danny Dignam, I think it was, and kind of just trying to rebuild. And Osaze kind of trying to make a name for himself. Big step up fight for him. But I think we both agreed, right, Flowz, that there was a lot of pressure, or more pressure, on Denzel, given that he's been at a certain level compared to Derek. Bit of a make or break fight. This is kind of Derek's first big step up. Now, watching that fight, Flowz, I mean, we didn't really discuss who we thought was going to win before. I didn't want to ask you who you thought was going to win anyways, because you could have been biased, I don't know. But yeah, we kind of left that out conveniently. But Flowz, I was, from round one, because unfortunately it was a short fight.
Yeah.
I was impressed with Derek's start, to be honest. I thought he looked quite confident, Flowz. He was looking to, I guess, force the issue earlier on with the pace of the fight. He was throwing his hands, and he kind of settled into a confident rhythm to me, Flowz. After watching that round one, Flowz, were you impressed with the start that Derek made? Were you happy with the start that he made? Were you thinking, this is good work, keep doing this, and you're going to ask questions of Denzel, which is what you're meant to do, really. Ask questions to a guy who people have been asking questions about. But yeah. I personally was quite impressed with Derek's start, to be honest.
Yeah. Knowing Derek and seeing how he fights, he typically applies pressure on the front foot, putting people on the back foot. So I expected that start, almost. I expected him to apply pressure. And I felt like he needed to, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I felt like he needed to try and hurt Denzel, stop him if needs be, but really apply the pressure, just because of the landscape. Really and truly, this was built as a keep busy fight for Denzel Bentley.
Yeah.
Almost. So I don't think he's not going to get a favoritism from the judges or the referee in that fight. So I feel like he needed to make it difficult for the judges at the very least, or get Denzel out of there. So it was a good start. It was a strong start. So yeah, I was thinking, yeah, this is good. And even moving on to the second round, I thought this is good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's tough, man, because I like you said, Flowz, it probably was what he needed to do. You kind of want to, especially when you're an underdog, Flowz, you kind of want to put it out there that, I'm not here for play. I'm not here to roll over. I'm looking to make a statement here and to catch people's eyes. So I thought he definitely done that, Flowz, and I had no issues with the start he made and his game plan. We talk about levels a lot in boxing and people who have been at a higher level and operate at a higher level, Flowz, and we know that in boxing things can just change in the blink of an eye. And funny enough, it happened in Denzel Bentley's last fight against Dignam, where out of nowhere he landed the big shot that changed the entire complexion of the fight. And it's happened in this fight here, Flowz, as well. And what I noticed, Flowz, coming leading up to into that second round, where, like you said, Derek was being busy. He was the aggressor. He was coming forward. That incredible uppercut shot, which Denzel landed, which ended and closed things really quickly, Flowz. He'd actually he'd thrown an uppercut a couple times before that one night, like I think twice. He'd thrown an uppercut, Flowz, trying in between the guard. And both times kind of, the timing hasn't been perfect, or Derek's kind of caught it on his guard, but he was looking for that shot, which, I guess you can say is high level boxing IQ, well played, good timing from him, but it was there for him. And him being at this level, probably a high level from Derek at this time, Flowz, and just maybe just having that, being able to put those big performances together, Flowz, and that big punch together was there for him. And that uppercut, Flowz, peach of a shot. Absolute peach of a shot. Came out of nowhere almost, and it's like, wow. That's what can happen, Flowz, at this level. Big time boxing. One shot can change everything. And that's exactly what happened in that fight, Flowz. And yeah, Flowz, it was a quality knockout. I hate to say it. It was a really good knockout. I said to myself, wow, fair play. You answered all the questions. You got someone here who's applying pressure to you, and you close it in that fashion. Hands up, fair play. Yeah.
Yeah. This is boxing. One shot. Because like I said, that second round, it looked like Derek was catching Denzel and even maybe hurting him with some of these shots. Like, he was catching him with some good shots. Maybe not so much hurting him, because Denzel didn't look wobbled. Didn't look wobbled or anything, but it was good shots enough that if you keep taking these, you can end up with hurt. And I feel Derek, I don't know, I think he threw a feint or a lazy jab almost. And I feel like if he was applying, because he wasn't really throwing the jab, he was really throwing big shots.
Yeah.
He was throwing
walking forward high guard.
Walking forward high guard and trying to apply big shots. And I felt like if he was sticking that jab and really applying that jab, then Denzel wouldn't have been able to get that shot off as clean as he did, because it was
probably,
He threw like a soft or a feint, a jab that didn't really land or didn't really have any intention behind it. It just kind of stuck out there to get his big shot off. But I think if he stuck out that jab there, it would have put Denzel off balance or something, or made him have to reset. Wouldn't have allowed him to get his time in there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because it was a soft jab, and Denzel kind of just leans back and picks a perfect shot and
through the guard, man.
Yeah,
love
Derek was out on his feet, and Denzel saw it, followed it up 1-2. He was down, and you see Derek even trying to get up, but everyone watched.
The referee's counting him out, and he's got up whilst the referee, and even when he's gotten up, Flowz, he's stumbled back again. Like he was
protesting. It looked like he sounded like he was saying he was okay.
He looked like he was trying to fight it, but look, pride and whatnot, and just not knowing where he's at, to be honest, Flowz. It was that kind of shot. And as I said, we've seen Denzel Bentley does have, like I said, his last fight against Danny Dignam, similar thing in terms of like he just dropped him with a crazy body shot, Flowz, and he carried on dropping him with the body shot, and like so he is capable of pulling out those big shots when he looks like he's under pressure as well, on the back foot. Sign of a good boxer, Flowz, and obviously I think a lot has kind of been expected in his career. I think Denzel Bentley or previously, and he might not have lived up to it. So I think even he himself was saying this is kind of like it was seen as a keep busy fight for Denzel, but still a huge must-win opportunity for him because of obviously him trying to rebuild his career and get back to, I guess, contention and fighting for another title shot and whatnot. So yeah, Flowz, it was over quickly. It's a shame because I think it had the markings of a great fight, Flowz, obviously with the pressure that Derek was going to bring and Denzel fight on the back foot. But fair play to me, he found that shot and he closed the show in brilliant fashion. So no complaints there. Derek will come again, I'm sure. Like I said, he looked good to me up until he got caught. He looked good to me. So I hope Derek comes back again stronger from that and learns from that as well. His career is no danger of being far from over or anything like that. He's got plenty of time, Flowz.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I think the most important thing for Derek, ever since he won that Ultimate Boxer series, he hasn't been as busy as he should have been.
He said that he wished he was a bit more active.
Yeah, so, and I know he caught COVID like the day before one of his fights, which kind of derailed things. Obviously, COVID happened since then, so it derailed a lot of boxers' careers. But Yeah, I think keep him busy. Like I said, this was only second 10-round fight, so experience, keep him busy. And credit to Denzel, he's looked good in his recent performances, so he's looking to rebuild, step up again. And I think there's some good fights at middleweight now. Really and truly,
What?
good domestic
Well,
ones. So
good segue, Flows, because the obvious one afterwards was, given that he's a Queensbury fighter as well, there was talk, they mentioned whether he wants to get it on with Hamza Shiraz, Flows. You're rude. How can you start smiling?
wait,
But that was
it's a good fight.
It's a good fight, Flows. I feel like Hamza, for me personally, Flows, is a lot further along in his development. Let's keep keeping it above, Flows.
Yeah.
Hamza is looking like the real deal, and he's on the cusp of a world title shot. I don't think that Denzel Bentley taking that fight next is in his best interest, to be honest, Flows, especially as he's just on the comeback trail after losing to who did he lose to? Was it Heaney? Which losing to Heaney on the comeback trail from that, Flows. I don't think fighting Hamza now, after all the hard work, obviously beating Danny Dignam, beating Derek, you don't want to derail that now by going straight into Hamza Shiraz, which I don't think he wins that fight, to be honest, Flows. I think Hamza might torch him. So, yeah. But there's other fighters, not Hamza, but other fighters I'm sure he can fight on a domestic level. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, there's Tyler Denny had a good win recently. Brad Pauls, we know what he's on.
Even rematch with Heaney. Even rematch
will be good. So there's opportunities there for him. I think he's. Yeah, I enjoy these domestic dust-ups, and while I know he's talking about winning titles and whatnot, I'd enjoy seeing more of these domestic dust-ups. Like even looking at the crowd, the York Hall, all of South London was there. I see. What's it? Dan Aziz in the cut, Chamberlain in the cut. All of them were there. So them kind of atmospheres, I think, are just enjoyable anyway as well.
Is because Denzel, is he South as well?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Denzel's from South,
I know Derek is Peckham, from South originally or something, right? Yeah.
I think he went same school as Joshua Boazzi, and also all these men know each other really. So like even Denzel and Derek are cool with each other. So
right, okay, there wasn't much animosity in the build up or anything like that. I feel like they seem like they were calm with each other.
They text each other, they know each other, they've sparred. So it makes for interesting fights, and British, me and us and British fights, we love it. So
absolutely, I hear it.
Line it up, man.
Yeah, I'm with it. Yeah, but congrats to Denzel Bentley, good win for him. And Derek, hold your head up, you'll be back again. This ain't it happens. You learn from it and you come back stronger and better. So I'm sure he will do as well. Cool. Let's segue over to America then, Flows. Because there was a fight over there, an exciting fight actually, Flows. We didn't actually mention it last week. Completely slipped my mind. But this is up at super middleweight, Flows. We have Christian Mbili, the Cameroonian Canadian boxer, undefeated powerhouse, up against an old favorite of ours, Sergey Derevyanchenko, who's always in amazing fights. And again, Flows, this was a 10-rounder, and it was an absolute barstormer again, Flows, a real scrap. I feel sorry for Sergey Derevyanchenko, Flows, because he's really, really good. And he gives everyone hard night's work. He's never in a bad fight, always comes to scrap. But he's just been unlucky, Flows, with just things that have happened and opponents and matchups and whatnot. And, you look at his record, Flows, and you see that he's got 21 fights, 15 wins, 6 losses. And any other person, you'd be like, yo, this guy's washed, he's food, blah, blah. All those the tough losses, Flows, like tough, hard losses. So I kind of feel for him because it's happened to him again, Flows. He's giving Mbili a great fight. I think in the 5th round, Flows, Derevyanchenko's torn his bicep.
Might have been
earlier. So for the rest of the fight, or was it earlier than the 5th? It might have been earlier, maybe 3rd. Yeah. But Flows, for the rest of the fight, Flows, he's fighting basically one-armed. And he's still giving it a good go. Even though he's being caught, even though he's under pressure, he's still fighting his heart out, still landing good shots. Even at one point, he even hurt Mbili with one hand. So I feel for him, Flowz. Like if I'm going through his who he's fought, Flowz, obviously the Derevyanchenko split decision. That was debatable. That was tough. Golovkin. I know you say he gave
Hell.
he gave Golovkin hell. To be honest, he did.
Hell.
He got the UD. Some people said he got robbed, but I'm not gonna go that far. But Flowz, tough fight for Golovkin. Charlo, that was Charlo's. We said that was Charlo's best ever performance.
Yeah,
or one of his best ever performances. The way Charlo dealt with him, fair play. And I thought he was gonna give Charlo a lot of help, but Charlo did his thing. Adamez, majority decision, another close one. Haim Mungia, that was one of our fights of the year, Flowz.
great fight.
And he could have won that. That fight was incredible. And now this Mbidi fight as well, Flowz, another really tough one. And again, he tore his bicep, so he was one man, one-armed fighter for most of the fight, Flowz, but he still gave an incredible account of himself. He's 38 now, so you're probably thinking this is a lot of wear and tear now, but I still want to see Derevyanchenko. I feel like he's been unlucky in his career. But let's talk about Mbidi, Flowz, because there's a lot of talk about him and him being, announced himself as a contender in the 168-pound division next up, blah, blah. I'm familiar with Mbidi, Flowz. I've watched him a few times. And his fighting style is interesting, Flowz. It's all-out offense.
Yeah.
All-out pressure on offense, swings. That's literally, Flowz. Think of not as bad technically as a what's his name? Our Croatian Bridge Babic. He's not like like that. But he's like, you know what I mean, Flowz? It's that kind of vein in terms of he's gonna step forward to you and just swing all night.
Yeah.
Pressure, physicality, all that. And it makes for such an exciting style. So exciting to watch. I can see why they love him in Canada. Very crowd-pleasing style. And yes, against some guys who aren't as competent, Flowz, it will be a hard night's work. They're talking about this guy like he's, he's been ducked and the big guys are scared of him. Flowz, let me just say this now. Let me get it out of the way now. Because we haven't really discussed Mbidi before. I'm not calling him washed. But I'm saying that style against a competent boxer, this is sounding like deja vu of Isaac Cruz, is going to get picked apart. Because even yesterday, Flowz, Derevyanchenko had his moments. One-arm Derevyanchenko had his moments and was picking him apart as he came forward. Mbidi's lucky that he's very strong, very physical, and he's relentless. So he was able to overwhelm Derevyanchenko in the end. But against someone like a Canelo or a Benavidez, that man is getting picked apart. And they're saying he's a potential opponent for Canelo.
Yeah,
boy,
that's what I've told people.
Slow down.
People jump straight to Canelo's ducking him. I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
Bam! Anyways, go off.
People jump. Look, first and foremost, I want to credit Derevyanchenko. He's 38.
Man.
Torn bicep in the middle of the fight. Was hurt in portions. Was taking a beating in portions, but he was dealing it right back. He was fighting. He was standing there. He was trading. He hurt Billy at one point badly. Billy, I think to the body he hurt him, and Billy was doing the thing. He was just standing there blocking, tied up, stepping back and boxing and moving. He didn't know what to do in that situation. But Billy's strong, like you say. But Derevyanchenko really showed heart. He went the distance with a torn bicep. Even in the last round, he was swinging away. So huge credit to him. Now in Billy, that style is super exciting. Arguably, this is his toughest opponent yet. And we could say it's a faded Derevyanchenko, really. He just doesn't seem to be fully faded. He just doesn't seem to be crumbling in that sense. But you can see if his body's failing him, he's always in wars. He should be beating a Derevyanchenko if he wants to be progressing. But people, slow your roll. Let's slow it down here. There's still levels to go. There's still a lot of levels to go. And Billy was just fighting Mark Heffron recently.
Bro, can I just say, Mbidi's never fought a 12-rounder, by the way.
He has
always fight. So he's like, how he's jumping into Canelo when he's not even reached a 12-round status yet. Anyways, keep going.
So he needs to chill. Like, look, definitely exciting. Definitely someone who can give people problems. Just because of his aggressive style, his comfort style, he's powerful. But let's chill. That's what I'm gonna say. Let's chill.
Yeah.
Don't. I know people don't like Canelo as such, and we've recently been critical of Canelo's actions.
Yep. Deservedly
But
so. Yep.
but what we're not gonna start doing is start elevating people to start saying they're being ducked and Canelo should fight this person. Because let's be sensible still. Let's be sensible. Because Billy v Belanga could be a good fight. That could be a good fight.
Oh, bombs away.
that
would be a good fight, yeah.
That could be a good fight. But Belanga shouldn't even be getting the Canelo shot.
We said it.
So it sure as hell Billy shouldn't be.
Yeah, man.
But look, if he can keep doing this and keep winning, then he will be in with a shout. But there's still that long queue for Canelo, man. And it goes
Caleb Park beats
Billy.
Caleb Park beats Billy. Like, well, I think picks him apart.
Yeah.
You know, like there's still hoops for him to go through, essentially. He's not a rookie, but it's in the sweepstakes, he's still a rookie. You know what I mean, Flo? So, yeah, let's not jump and throw him in there. I think, yes, as you said, people like to, when they don't like a boxer, Flows, agendas get thrown out there and they like to elevate other boxers in spite of other ones because they don't like that guy and start getting the agendas rolling. Let's not lead this lamb to the slaughter too quickly, Flows. You know, in Billy, he's still got time to fight some other guys and to really develop himself. And like I said, the style is great to watch, but you see flaws in it. There are flaws in that style, and it's not going to work against the best boxers like a Canelo, like a Benavidez, like a Caleb Plant, in my opinion. Even a Boo Boo, for example. So he's still got a bit of time, Flows, I think. Belanga would be the perfect opponent, I feel like. But he's managed to get himself a Canelo shout, so whatever. But in BD, keep fighting the oppositions like Derevyanchenko, Flows, guys like that, of that level now. Not no shade to Mark Heffron, but I think you can say Derevyanchenko is a big step up to that. So that's what he needs to carry on doing to announce himself. But let's slow down, guys. Calling him ducked already is crazy. Yeah. Ain't nobody ducked. People are hearing about it for the first time about ducked. But look, I want to give credit to Derevyanchenko again, Flows. Always, like, every fight he's in, I tend to tune in because he's always in great fights, Flows. And that's it. He's been unlucky. I feel like another time, another universe, he might have got the luck with some of those fights. The Danny Jacobs fight was very, very contentious. I remember that one, Flows. And the Golovkin one, a lot of people were like, a UD, really? You know, like, I think he, like, up until Canelo, like, he's the one that dealt the most punishment to Golovkin that we'd seen. Yeah. And obviously, they said Golovkin was ill, I think, for that one. Was it that one he was ill for, or was it the Selecki one? There was one of the fights that Hearn said Golovkin was ill. It might be the Selecki one, you know? I don't even think it was the Derevyanchenko one. But anyways. Shout out to both guys, Flows. It was a really good fight to watch. Very exciting. It's worth mentioning undercard, Flows. My young bull, Abdullah Mason. Obviously, you know me, I got my stocks in very early. He had another, Flows, 4th fight this year. We said every top rank show he's out. This is what you should be doing.
Brilliant.
No, you know what? Shout out to him and shout out to Bob for the way they're moving him. They're moving him sick. Flows, he's now 15 fights in. Already.
Perfect. Exactly what you should be doing.
And Flows, I guarantee we're going to see him again by the end of this year.
Yep, we should.
Maybe even twice, Flows, because he stopped his guy in 2 rounds, dropped him in the first round, beautiful combination. Second time again, dropped him again. Easy work for him. Now, Flows, for me, they need to start, I think, at 15 fights. He's only 20, but we can see, Flows, that he's highly advanced for his age group and his skill set is highly advanced. Let's see if we can find... It might be hard, Flows, but the matchmaking... I mean, this guy only had 2 losses. This guy he fought, is it Horan, I think? 19 wins, 2 losses. So good on paper record, but maybe we need to find some slight stern opposition for Dylan Mason, Flows, because he's blown all these guys out of the water. He's killing them. And I'm even now seeing comments saying that he should fight other contenders now, like a Kid Austin, for example, Flows. And I don't know if that's too early or do they get it cracking now? I personally want to see it build up a bit more because Kid Austin is still also... I think Dylan's got more fights than Kid Austin now, Flows. And Kid Austin's been a pro way longer than him. So, I'm not... I don't want to see him fight the contenders just yet, Flows, because I feel like these guys can still build up. But if we can try and find someone in interim, Flows, that will present a bit more stiffer competition for Dylan Mason, perfect, because these other guys they're finding now Flowz, he's destroying them, absolutely destroying them. But 4 fights in a year, stuff of dreams for a contender, for a prospect.
Yeah.
Stuff of dreams.
Yeah, keep getting him out, keep getting him busy. I think next year that we can start looking at making some of these bigger fights.
What, the contender fights?
Yeah. Start moving him. But look,
Flowz,
by next year, you could even move up to 140, you know.
Flowz, I can't lie. He's got this exactly. Even though he's 20 Flowz, he's got size for the division. And the way they're moving in Flowz, I won't be surprised next year it's a title shot. I'll be so real. I won't be surprised.
Yeah.
Because he's moving quick. And seems like a calm, humble kid, just about his boxing, on his Dean. Shout out to my man. Yeah, man. I'm happy for what I'm seeing, man. He's serious prospect. Shout out to Abdullah Mason. Keep on doing what you're doing as well. Cool. Before we wrap up, Flowz, I think we mentioned, but before we sort of start recording, about how we have apparently on Wednesday we got Jarrett Hurt versus Jason Rosario fighting. Listeners, if you're unfamiliar, these are two ex-champions at 154. They're both fighting at 160 now. It might be a make or break fight for both of those guys. Last I heard of Hurt, he who did he lose to before? He lost to one guy he shouldn't have lost to, I swear.
Oh yeah, who did he lose to?
No, he lost to Luis Arias, and then last year he lost to some random Latino, Resendiz or something. He got stopped in the last round, remember? TKO. Yeah. Some Mexican.
Yeah, Jarrett Hurd's been losing fights he shouldn't be losing for a long time now.
Man. Yeah.
And badly too.
Badly.
To
be fair, Flowz. Look, when Herb was champion at 154, did we not say on this pod? I know I was very vocal about the fact that he's not the best boxer.
Yeah.
He's just lucky because he's really big at the weight. He's a weight bully. And he dominates guys due to, like, he Hurd's the type of guy to get pieced up. He'll get stronger and stronger, and then he will use his weight in the end to just really put pressure on you and beat you up. That's what he needs to do. But he was never really the best boxer. I said that from early. So when he was losing to the boxers, I said, yeah, I'm not surprised because this guy's a known weight bully. And since then, since J-Rock snatched his chain, bro, he's not been the same. He's not been the same since J-Rock
beat the brakes off him.
That J-Rock performance was fantastic. I was so happy. Fantastic.
Beat the brakes off him, man. That was crazy. But you're right. He ain't been the same since. I thought he was retired. I honestly thought he was retired.
Yeah, he had a long layoff. He did have a bit of a 2-year layoff, I think, and he's come back now.
Came back and got smoked.
I'm sorry. Losing to a Luis Arias is crazy. That's crazy.
But
yeah.
This has to be it. This has to be, if he doesn't win this.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't expect him to. I know Rosario's been on the layoff too, so who knows? But I don't even want to be as harsh to Rosario.
Yeah, I mean, he lost back-to-back to Charlo and Erickson Lubin.
Yeah, which is
those are good guys. Like Charlo, obviously champion.
Yeah,
Lubin contender as well, challenged for the titles a couple times. Like, they're not food. The guys that Hurd's lost to, arguably you can say are food. So there's a bit of a difference. Yeah, but who knows what kind of shit they're going to get in? But yeah,
final on Wednesday. Yeah, I hope they're both motivated. I hope it's a good fight. Let's see.
Yeah, I think Flowz fight on a Wednesday kind of says it all really as well. It's on some random channel, Pro Box TV or something. Pro Box TV events. Yeah, literally, I did until you mentioned it, Flowz. I had no idea.
Yeah,
the site I used to check my fights didn't even come up on that. So, but yeah, good luck to both men. Good luck to both guys. 2 ex-champions after all. So they said that they deserve that respect anyways. They were champion at 154. So yeah. Flowz, I think we can call it a day there though. It's been episode 209 of the Strategies and Podcast. Once again, I'm your boy Cam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, you know where to find us. Peace.
I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.